This question about free will can be approached from two different angles. From the inside out and from the outside in, if you will. Let's take first the approach from the inside out. Do we choose our thoughts? We usually believe we choose our thoughts. But in fact, it is not the case. Such is not the case, because if it were true that we choose our thoughts, we could decide to have only happy thoughts or to have no thoughts at all. We don't go to the supermarket of thoughts and say, I want this one, and then I want a dozen of that one, and I want that one here. That's not the way it happens. The thoughts come to us, pre-chosen, just like the weather, like the clouds in the sky. Therefore, since our decisions appear as thoughts, we don't choose our decisions either. If we don't choose our decisions, we don't choose our actions, because our actions are either the result of an intellectual decision, in which case we have not chosen the thought, or they are just a purely reflex action of the body, which is not different from our digestion or from our heartbeat, and we don't choose those. It just happens. They are chosen by nature. So that's one way to look at it. So there is no really personal entity that can decide the actions, so there is no doer. If we look at it from the outside in, and if we make an assumption which is very, very, very current in our culture, that the brain is in fact that the factory that creates the thoughts, that creates the decisions. Therefore, from that vantage point, and if we consider the brain being a structure of cells, each cell being a structure of molecules, each molecule being a structure of atoms, each atom being a structure of particles, the brain cannot be, and even the human body, cannot be considered from that vantage point as being a physical isolated system. Modern physics teaches us that since all the particles were originated from the Big Bang, they interacted at that point, at that moment of the Big Bang, and therefore the entire universe should be considered as one single system from that vantage point. Everything is deeply, at a very deep level, interrelated in the system, in the universe. Therefore, the body cannot be considered as an isolated system that could generate the thoughts. So even from this materialist vantage point, if you will, a thought that arises in the brain, making this assumption, has to be considered to be a cosmic event and not a personal event.